Hey everyone, welcome to Constructive Talks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video that is entertaining, for one. For two, it's reaching back through the community through 5 Men on a Stool, supporting the Stewart Foundation and giving back to our communities. So enjoy this video. I think it's going to put a smile on your face and know that there are people that care about the communities that we live in. Thank you.
I will always keep the Stewart Foundation and the memories that I have created in my heart and my soul as I expand my educational pursuits. So thank you to the Stewart Foundation's board, volunteers, and sponsors who have made these experiences possible.
If you are glad to be alive on a Friday night, can y'all make some noise? I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Stewart Foundation. They are on the ground with our youth making a difference. And the theme for this year is the pursuit of justice for peace. The pursuit of justice for peace. How important it is in this political climate that we are in right now. Well, we ain't gonna go there, all right? Not yet. The Stewart Foundation is raising leaders in this pursuit, and you too are difference makers by simply coming out tonight to support this wonderful organization. And make sure you share anything you know about anything when it comes to this, and share it with everybody, okay? And tell them what they're doing here, because everyone is definitely being a part of something that is going to be really big and spectacular for years to come.
This is Black excellence right here. And with this Black excellence, you actually get to come out and you are giving of yourselves, because by your mere presence says a whole lot about you and your concern for our community. Because here at the Stewart Foundation, we are about our future, and our future is our children. Our children may be today 22% of our population, yet they are 100% of our future. So thank you, and thank you. I want to give some incredible shout outs this evening, and that is to our sponsors. We can't do any of this work without our sponsors. And our title sponsor, our key title sponsor, is the Arby's Foundation. The Arby's Foundation has been standing by our side for quite some time. And it's one thing when people say they support you, but when they put their money where their mouth is, that's a whole different thing. You can tell where an individual's heart is if you can take a look at their calendar and their bank account. So I want you to give a big round of applause for our title sponsor, Arby's, and Arby's is represented by Mr. Marcus Phillips. Marcus, come on up and share with the audience, because we have to give you a big round of applause, right, for all that you do.
Thank you very much. First, let's give it up for Miss Gwendolyn Mason. And please, for Mr. Hank Stewart in the back. So my name is Marcus Phillips. I'm Division Vice President for Arby's. I represent over 400 restaurants in the South. And so I get the opportunity to go from, each market. And my market here in Atlanta is run by a young lady. She's a region vice president. Her name is Adrienne Cooper. And they do an outstanding job. And over the last 5 years, we have raised $500,000. And we've been able to, We've had 6 partnerships, and one of those partnerships is the Stewart Foundation. And so let's give it up for the Stewart Foundation. Gwen said it's one thing to put your money where your mouth is. And yes, we've written checks, but it's important for me that when we write those checks, that we're giving those checks to people that are on the ground floor really doing work inside of the community. And so not only writing a check, my team and myself, we get involved and see some of the things that they're doing and a part of some of the things we're doing. And we appreciate that, being able to give back in that way. And so I just want to say thank you for this group of people, for Gwen and Hank and the entire team, for really getting on the ground, because what we stand for, one, is no child going hungry. And then two, ensuring that we're able to develop the future, develop the kids of the future. And that is what this group does. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate everything. And we're proud to be a sponsor at Arby's.
And our other title sponsor is Someone Cares. They're like a silent partner, right? They're a little under the wing, but man, they keep our wings high, right? And then we have our platinum sponsor, Georgia Pacific. Our gold sponsors, George and Gloria Brooks. Gloria's right there. Give it up. Always so ever faithful. So faithful. And our silver sponsors, G-Tabs. I don't know if Jerome is in the house. Jerome Hall. And Denise Holmes, attorney at law, and Owens Corning. Our bronze sponsor is Mercedes-Benz of Buckhead, yes, Anytime Fitness, and the National Coalition of 100 Black Women representing, right? That's what we do. And last but not least, we'd like to thank all of our wonderful in-kind sponsors, because everybody can do something. And our in-kind sponsors give of their services, and it makes a big, big difference of what we do. Now, but we also need your support. See, there are many ways you can give to the Stewart Foundation to help enrich the lives of our youth. First, you can capture the QR code. I need to see phones. Capture the code.
And I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is we have all the money we need right here in this room. The bad news is it's in your pockets.
All right.
So what brings you ladies out here tonight?
Well,
Okay.
my girlfriend and told us about the event. She works the event. She comes. I think she's been coming every year, or a part of the event
Okay.
every year. So I've been to one event before with 5 Men in a Stool. Love 5 Men in a Stool.
Okay.
Love the spoken word. Love the saxophone. So I came out to support Hank Stewart Foundation.
Okay, that's good stuff. What's your name?
Heather Spence.
Heather Spence.
And I'm Sandy Dixon, and
So-
this is my first time here. I'm actually a guest of Heather's.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this.
You looking forward to it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Well, I think it'll be pretty cool. I know it'll be pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm ecstatic. It's
Are
going to
you
be
win-
amazing.
Are you win it?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm the sideshow out here. Good thing. So, man, the Stewart Foundation, they give back to the community through our youth,
Yes,
right?
they
So what-
do. Well, first of all, I taught school 40 years.
Okay.
So when you talk about
You're
youth,
highly educated.
highly educated and love the children. And he's making sure that children have an opportunity to be successful. And he recognizes that craft. And so he's making sure that they understand they have a good craft and that they are all available for him to be their mentor.
So think about what you're saying, that having a mentor with somebody or people around you that don't have to do it, but they choose to do it through their passion.
Well, they do it for their passion because the reward is how they feel about the children. And when you touch children, you really touch something much more than on this earth.
So, hey, 5 men on a stool.
Yes.
The Stewart Foundation. Perfect combination. So, what brings you out tonight?
My friends, June Estelle.
Okay.
She's one of the people that's on the
Yeah,
group.
June. Yeah, she's a director,
and-
actually.
Yes. And I know Leonard from way back.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's good. This is my first time coming here. My wife, first time coming as well. So
Yeah.
we wanted social support for it.
So, what area are you from?
I'm actually from New Orleans, but we live in Snellville, Georgia.
Okay, you from New Orleans.
Yeah.
At least it's not as humid here.
No.
It's hot and muggy.
It's still hot and warm.
Yeah. It's not humid though, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So, what do you do in the community?
I actually work at Grady Hospital.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a trainer there. I
Okay.
teach them on the electronic medical record system.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Oh, my, babe. Ooh, summer breeze makes me feel fine, babe. Yeah.
This is really growing. It's starting to get loud. A lot of folks standing in line, but I was able to pull 2 people over, looking all good, handsome, beautiful. Yeah. So what's your name and what brought you here today?
My name is Sydney.
You can stand straight up.
And I brought it because I'm a music lover and the cause is good. I found out about it by listening to WCLK in the morning.
Okay.
And Morris Baxter promoted usually anything he's involved with.
Who is that?
Morris Baxter.
Okay.
He does the morning show on WCLK.
Okay, yeah.
And I know he's the host tonight too.
Okay.
So usually anything that he promotes musically is good, and as I said, the causes as well.
Okay, and your name?
Renee.
So what brought you out here? Don't say you following him.
Well,
but he pulled.
he did. He said, hey, we're going out.
Yeah.
So, hey, get dressed and let's do it.
Yeah, the 5 men on the stool and the Stewart Foundation, they go together, right?
Right.
And helping the community, everything that happens is done to help the communities. Right? So what do you think about the programs they have with the youth and how that affects the youth and helping our communities be a little bit better?
Well, basically, any outreach for the youth is going to be beneficial because we're living in times in which the youth need all the help that they can get. They need all the...
Let me tell you, this brother music is streaming like over 1 million streams on jazz stations all across the world, not just across Atlanta, Georgia, the Southeast, the East Coast, but across the world. Y'all give again for Mr. Eric Essex. And one of the baddest vocalists I've ever heard in my entire life. You're gonna see that tonight. Y'all give for Mr. Leonard Julian. And my dude behind me, Melvin M. Miller. Y'all know Melvin on the jazz station. One of the baddest trumpeteers you're gonna ever hear in your entire life. And we're gonna put it all together. And I'm gonna do a little piece of poetry, and I'm gonna introduce the baddest saxophone player I've ever heard. Cat Daddy, right?
Cat Daddy.
But first of all, let me just thank each and every one of y'all. Would you please give yourselves a round of applause? Because if it wasn't for you all, we would be up here by ourselves. Let me give Gwen Mason and the entire Stewart Foundation group a round of applause. Would you please? They made sure everything was nice and tight and pretty. And we got a lot of volunteers, our sponsors, again, Arby's and Someone Cares, and then my sister Gloria, and just Mercedes-Benz, and it's just we're gonna put those sponsors back up there because, again, they make this possible for us in the Stewart Foundation and all the work that we're doing. So we couldn't do this work without our sponsors, and so please keep that in mind.
So, the Stewart Foundation. So tell us your name and what brings you out today.
My name is Kenya Wicks, and I just came out to support Hank Stewart and the Stewart Foundation.
Why is it important to vote?
It's important to vote because we have the tax commissioner, school board, regular commissioner. So it's definitely not just for the presidential race, but we also need to make sure that we vote for our local politicians also.
Because you don't go in it for pay. That's one thing. You go in it because you're trying to help a community, right?
Yes, as a 30-year Army veteran, I want to make sure that I am the voice for the voiceless. And I want to make sure that our seniors, our veterans, and our youth, that the quality of life is what we want to advocate for.
Okay, is there anything you want to close with before you end this interview?
Yes, just make sure that you check your registration to vote. Make sure that early voting starts in October, and make sure that November the 5th that you vote down the ballot, the local election, also the presidential election. Thank you.
Everybody, you heard that. Hey, exercise your power to vote and make sure your voice is heard to make a difference within your community. Thank you, and I appreciate you.
Thank you, too.
And so this is not the person you have to call, but just the person you roll over to. And the poem is simply entitled 357. It's like an alarm clock that instantly goes off inside of me. But there's a craving for you, sweetheart, that just won't let me sleep. I'm tossing and I'm turning and I'm trying not to wake you again. I know I've already awakened you 3 times this week. Today is Friday. And here I go again. But your loving, baby, your loving is so good I can't seem to get enough. Your loving is more than a necessity. Your loving is a must. It's 3:57 a.m. and I'm craving you so bad it's beginning to hurt. Now I know in a few hours we'll both have to get up and go to our jobs, but I'm gonna have a serious problem concentrating at work. Am I fiending you? Well, you and I both know the answer to that question is yes. Now don't make me pull out medical reasons why I need your loving. My hypertension is so we can release some stress. You see, I'm only trying to wake you so that I can truly put you to sleep.
Okay, everybody, we're here at the 5 Men on a Stool, having a blast. And I had the opportunity to pull the host out. And you know the host is always working hard. So to get time to come out with me, I really appreciate it. So let everybody know your name.
All right, my name is Morris Baxter. I do the morning show for Jazz 91.9 WCLK in Atlanta. I'm on from 6 to 10. And I tell you what, my passion is broadcasting. Most importantly, we have to understand how good it is to be alive, and I try to convey that during my morning program with motivations and inspiration to get folks going, as well as great jazz music.
You know what I tell you? When you wake up in the morning, a lot of people look for that voice to say, hey, or that sound, or that event to get them going, to energize them. And that's one of the things you do.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. You know, I'm so glad you said that, because here's what's going on. When you wake up in the morning, you should thank God for waking you up, right? But the next thing you should do is say the Morse code. And the Morse code is, something good is going to happen to me today.
When you do not stake claim to your God-given potential, it stakes claim to you. Makes a conquered territory of all the dreamland you left vacant. Your should-have-beens become could-have-beens, clinging to you like strange fruit that never comes to bloom because you can't stand the rain. Because you don't water your cup like they say you should. You think them self-help books ain't no use to you. You'd rather be proud than helped out of a dark place. You've been in this headspace so long you don't even remember what it was like to shine bright. But the rest of us claim right. We know if we do not, someone else will make a reflection of us. Show us exactly what we could have had, should have been, what it did if we went for it. We know what it is like to bend home out of hell and call it safety. So when the devil dangles a reward, we know better than to receive it, but God gives you a gift and you got the nerve to keep the wrapping on.
I told y'all. I told y'all. We just getting started. Shameless plug. If Mr. Matt Wilburn right there, Matt, stand up, Matt. Matt, we're honoring him tomorrow night at the White Linen. That's one of the architects of Atlanta right there. That brother has done so much for this city, this country, this world. So we honor him tomorrow night with Congressman Hank Johnson, Congresswoman Lucy McBeth, and I wanted to give him a shout out. I told y'all Antonio was bad, didn't I tell y'all that?
What?
Thank you.
So what brings you out tonight?
I came to support the foundation and see everything that's going on in the world, how we can help other people.
What's your name?
My name is Nicole Noble.
Okay. What's your name and what brought you out today?
Hi, my name is Saranda Brown, and I came out to see what the foundation is about.
Okay. Well, the 5 Men on the Stool are going to be performing in a moment right over there. It look like they're opening the doors. So the Stewart Foundation gives back to the communities, right? The kids and stuff. So why do you think that's important?
Oh, it's very important because this time of age, we need to have a village around our kids to make sure we have somebody that can support them in time of need.
Okay.
So yes, our children are our future, so we want to make sure that we put a pedestal there for them so they can rise above.
Everybody, you hear from the two beautiful ladies, they said the children are our future, but one of the most important things about our children is that they have someone or something or a system they can trust to help build them up, to help guide them, right? You agree with that?
But your heart got its own plans, babe.
Hey everybody, the 5 Men on the Stool, they've opened the doors already, and I have this beautiful lady right here that was willing to interview, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So let everybody know your name and where you're from.
My name is Jewel Rogers. I am from North Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, so what brings you here tonight?
I was invited to speak at the open mic. I'll do some spoken word poetry this evening.
Okay, that's good. That's those who brought us up, those who fought early on for voting rights, those who helped with justice. So what do you think? Is that important to the communities?
Oh, absolutely. It's essential. Either we're going forward or we're going backward. And if we're not bringing young people forward, what is our future even going to look like? It's essential to be involved.
Okay. So hey everybody, this entertainment, this celebration with the Stewart Foundation and the 5 Men on the Stool is really jumping. Got people everywhere, some in white, some in blue, and I got the amazing Miss Maria right here.
Hello.
So why did you come out today?
I hear about it all the while. I was invited before. This is my first time attending.
Okay.
Miss Rosalind Flanagan invited me. She's, very well connected. So if she says I should be here, then here I am.
That's right. Like, do what you're asked to do.
Here I am. Yes.
Okay. So have you came to one of these events before?
No, this is my first time.
This
is my first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, I would say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the loveliest of them all? And of course, the answer was always me. Well, that is until hair follicles started to fall out and waistlines expanded around grade 3. The teasing began. Friends started to split and go their separate ways, and let's just say that part of my self-esteem got lost in those days. So I discovered humor as a way to coat the layer of humiliation that was painted on me by my peers. Initiating laughter so much so I can drown out my tears, because it is hard to feel beautiful when the whole jury seems to disagree.
Okay, so the concert is letting out. What was the special part of it that you enjoyed most?
I really enjoyed the poem. The poems were really good, especially about voting and putting our voices out there. So I thought that was really good, very touching. And the music as well, the saxophone, everything was just really well put together.
Okay. All right, everybody. The 5 Men on the Stool event is really popping off. There's a lot of folks standing in line. There's a lot of folks taking pictures, getting videos. And I was lucky enough to pull this beautiful lady over. She was looking, and she looked like she wanted an interview. I said, okay, let me get with her. So, what's your name?
My name is Angel Perryman.
What brings you out today?
Well, I wanted to support the Hank Stewart Foundation, as always. He's an awesome guy, so I wanted to make sure I was here for him. And of course, I love the group, so I wanted to be here.
So you've seen the 5 Men on the Stool before.
Yes, I have, and they're amazing.
So what did you like most about it?
Just everything. I love the whole vibe. I love the jazz, the R&B. I like everything. You know, and I like when Hank speaks with them. I enjoy it a lot.
Wow. It seems like the concert is just letting out. And man, people everywhere, right? Like they're taking photos, they're having some fun. Yeah, I know. So what's your name and why did you come out tonight?
My name is Rachel Shedrick, and I came out to support the Stewart Foundation. And I came out just to see the benefits and how many people love everything that the Stewart Foundation does for children, for the community, and it just shows like a big heart. So I wanted to support that and also support on the back end Hank Stewart, his beautiful creativity and who he is as a person, and be able to see him shine as well today.
And usually you can tell if something went well by after event, people either leave, but like now they're hanging around, so that means they had fun, they don't want it to stop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like they say, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here. But it looks like everybody's having a good time, talking, networking, enjoying the community around them. So yeah, there's a lot of people out here tonight, so it's kind of fun.
I know why you don't feel good, sweetheart. It's because you need a little bit of chocolate. Chocolate can improve your circulation. It can feed that craving and that temptation. Girl, what you really need is a little bit of chocolate. It can lower your blood pressure. Or it might take it off the chart. It can soothe you on a night that's hot, but girl, what you really need is a little bit of chocolate. Now, study shows chocolate has other health benefits. I can't prove it, but I'm sure it's that chocolate that gives you a burst of energy in the middle of the night that just won't allow you to quit. Girl, what you really need is a little bit of chocolate. Now, the doctor says chocolate is good for your heart. That white chocolate is okay, but for maximum strength.
So, we're here at the 5 Men on the Stool celebration with the Stewart Foundation. So what brings you here today? First, what's your name?
My name is Ethel Keller.
Okay, yours?
And Timothy Timms.
Okay, so what brings you two here tonight? Both of y'all look dashing, like really, really good.
Thank you. We're here to support the organization. My cousin June Timms invited us.
Okay.
We're guests of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he didn't force you to come out, did he?
No, he didn't.
Did you force him to come out?
No, not this
Oh,
time.
it's okay though, because y'all look really well. And you're going to have a lot of fun up in here tonight. I already know
We're
it.
looking forward to it.
Y'all having a good time? Thank you. On the serious note, and I mean real serious, we're living in some interesting times right now. And it's really important that each and every one of us get involved, get engaged in where we are right now. So I'm not going to ask you if you're registered to vote, but if you're not, you should. It's that serious. And we need to make sure everybody in our house, in our community, are registered to vote. And not, it's three phases, right, Sue? It's registration, education, and mobilization. So you got to register first, be educated when you go to the polls, and then go to the polls, right? And so we're living in some interesting, but it's our time, it's our turn. But if we don't do our part, it will be our fault. That's where we are right now. It's our time. It's our turn. But if we don't do our part, it's our fault. Let me make it a little bit more personal. Before you stand. Let me make it a little bit more personal. It's my time. And it's my turn. But if I don't do my part, it's my fault. And each and every one of us should ask that question. I want to see some mad people in the room. I want to see some people who are mad. You know, one of the things that I loved about Dr. Lowry, Dr. Vivian, Rita Samuels, Jemima Orange, James Orange, Congressman John Lewis. They were always mad. They were mad in the mornings, mad in the afternoons, mad in the evenings. They were mad on holidays, their birthday. They were always mad. MAD is an acronym, M-A-D, making a difference. Motivated and determined. As a matter of fact.
Okay, yeah, because giving to the community without request and without pause is important.
Right.
So what kind of events are coming up soon that you think the community needs to know about? Not necessarily with the foundation, but it's the power of the people.
The one small thing, something called the election.
Oh, wow.
So we are all getting out to vote. It is important and it is about our rights. And I say anything that people have tried to stop us from having, there's a reason. And so we need to exercise our freedom, our voice, and vote and make sure that everyone in your house votes and all of your friends vote as well.
You know, voting is one of the most fundamental rights and powers that an individual has to make a difference in their community.
Yes.
Right? And so often it's overlooked as not being powerful, but it is.
I don't understand how that happens. So I have voted in every election since I turned 18. And I know there's the national 2024 election in November, but those who are your local officials that might be during an off season, those elections are important. The primaries, the general, every election is important because although we see what's happening on a national framework, it is also important to think about what happens to you locally. So when you are upset about the garbage collection, you're upset about potholes, you're upset about your taxes, all those are things that are happening by people we put in office on a local basis. So yes, the presidential election is important, but every election is important, and those are the ones that impact our everyday. So we need to be at every one so that we can have the type of lifestyles that we think we deserve.